Hey everyone, welcome to the parcel. Welcome to today's hot sauce. 2 minutes to go.
Bullish is going public, Pomelo seeds meet Pomelo soil, the lost key recovery process is extended, and much more. Hello, EOS Nation, I'm Daniel Keys, and this is episode 110 of the EOS Hot Sauce. As always, our spicy weekly updates are available in every format. Watch on YouTube, listen on your favorite podcast platform, or read it at eosnation.io. That's also where you can subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter to get that spicy sauce poured straight into your inbox. However you prefer it, help spread the sauce by smashing the like, subscribing, and ringing the bell. Let's get to this week's spicy goodness. On July 9th, Block 1 announced to the world that Bullish would be going public on the New York Stock Exchange via a merger with Far Peak Acquisition Corporation. The $9 billion Bullish valuation includes 164,000 Bitcoin, 20 million EOS tokens, and $600 million in net cash upon completion of the Bullish merger. A private pilot program will be run in the coming weeks ahead of the public launch expected later in 2021. The CEO of Bullish, Thomas W. Farley, is well respected in the business world, having served as the CEO of the New York Stock Exchange in 2013, as its president from 2014 to 2018, and then as CEO of Far Peak Acquisition Corporation. The bullish Twitter account sprung into action by publishing a series of 7 tweets presenting their official press release and an exciting 18-minute video that features the bullish CEO Thomas Farley and bullish chairman Brendan Bloomer explaining their vision for the next generation bullish exchange, including spicy quotes such as these. The bullish Twitter account also highlighted exposure of the announcement in the business mainstream media, which included articles in the Financial Times, CNBC, Reuters, Bloomberg Crypto, and a video clip from Cheddar News. A few days later, Brendan Bloomer took to Twitter to clarify the relationship between Bullish and EOS, stating that Bullish is a robust stack that uses the best technology for each purpose. We use EOS to cross-hatch cryptographic proof of all financial movements on the platform. It would be prohibitively expensive to do this on a low-throughput chain. Those who want to learn more about the strategic vision and innovative hybrid liquidity pools that will be available on the platform are invited to read the Bullish investor presentation that was also released on July 9th. In short, Bullish is powered by liquidity pools that are optimized to generate yield and aims to combine the best of central order books and DeFi exchanges in a way that will benefit asset holders, enable traders, and increase market integrity. It's time to get bullish. Block One also took the opportunity to rebrand their Twitter account, changing it from Block One to @EOSIO, and creating a new Block One Twitter account called @B1. The newly renamed EOSIO account then confirmed that Bullish will leverage EOSIO and EOS in their powerful technology stack to securely execute and immutably record all financial movements of the platform. Cryptographic proof of this audit trail will be cross-hashed to the EOS public blockchain to facilitate externally verifiable state integrity, a first for exchange design. The new B1 Twitter account introduced itself and invited the world to follow along to see what they're investing in, while also stating that they believe in empowering creators and communities through strategic capital allocation and pioneering business ventures. One such recent investment was the $7.5 million in seed financing that was awarded to Shintai, where Kevin Rose, senior VP at B1, stated that they're excited to work with Shintai towards their shared vision of a blockchain-enabled digital asset revolution built on regulated financial services. B1 capped off the week with the release of EOSIO 2.2, which focuses on supporting an enhanced developer experience. Speaking of supporting the developer experience, the Pomelo crowdfunding platform is built in a way to leverage the strong community that has grown around the EOS public blockchain. Last week we talked about the origin story of the Pomelo brand, and this week we want to highlight the importance of community. EOS Nation has been part of the EOS community since before the launch of the mainnet, and we know firsthand how dedicated, passionate, and knowledgeable many of you are about the EOS ecosystem. Pomelo intends on leveraging the wisdom of the EOS crowd to allocate funding to well-deserving projects. Last week, we introduced the promotional Pomelo NFT series that is aimed at further engaging the EOS community while also providing educational information about various aspects of the upcoming Pomelo platform. Representing the role of the community and the foundation of the Pomelo crowdfunding platform, this week's NFT drop is the Pomelo Plot of Soil, which you can grab on Atomic Hub for 0.25 EOS. All primary revenue of the .gems Pomelo NFT series will be donated to the matching pool for the first round of funding later this year. Did you miss last week's Pomelo Seeds drop? No worries, you can still grab yours on Atomic Hub. We'll be revealing a bit more information about this series in every episode of the EOS Hot Sauce, and this week we're confirming that there will be a total of 4 drops available for purchase on Atomic Hub, each priced at 0.25 EOS, which means that supporters of the Pomelo platform will be able to complete the series and related activities for a total donation of 1 EOS. Upcoming activities for our Pomelo NFT holders may or may not include actions such as blending, staking, and harvesting. Thank you to everyone who participated in this promotion so far, and thank you for contributing to the first round of the Pomelo matching funds. The EOS lost key recovery process has been extended for another 5 years. Substantial demand led the GenerEOS team to propose a multi-sig to the top 21 block producers to execute this extension. Did you know that on average, the lost key recovery process was still used by 6 users per day? After reviewing the proposal by GenerEOS, EOS Nation was happy to support the extension and sign the multisig. 15 block producers approved this proposal, which has now been executed. EOS token holders who lost their EOS Genesis keys, but still have access to their corresponding Ethereum keys, can once again recover the Genesis accounts. If you want to learn more about how to recover lost Genesis EOS account, head on over to EOS Authority website to learn more. DeFiBox, the #1 EOS-based DeFi platform, is celebrating its first birthday on July 21st. To commemorate this anniversary, DeFiBox hosted a quiz competition on its Telegram channel from July 12th to July 16th. This was announced via the official Twitter handle, with the Reddit post confirming a reward pool of 500 USDN, equal to 500 USD. This gave many users a chance to earn a variety of rewards daily while also getting informed about all the things DeFiBox. Congratulations to DeFi Box for a very successful first year, and we look forward to another year of lightning fast and practically feeless DeFi transactions on EOS. Moving on now to the city of Upland, where users can mint properties mapped to real addresses in the EOS-based blockchain metaverse. The most recent Upland news highlights the fact that this platform is now the first and only blockchain game that allows users to trade virtual NFT properties, such as Upland NYC, with fiat money like US dollar. This accomplishment was made possible due to their partnership with TillaPay. In order to ensure smooth implementation of the property to fiat trade, Upland has placed some limitations. Players will be able to sell a property for US dollars only after they've held it for at least 30 days, and they won't be able to purchase properties for more than $100 until their account has been active for more than 14 days. These limitations will be reviewed and adjusted as time goes on, depending on how players utilize the new feature. Players will also no longer need to be invited for access to the property to USD beta feature. Instead, players will need to fill out a form you can find in the written edition of this episode. Now back to the real world, where EOS.io is primed to make another impact. Rayon Secure's EOS.io-based solution has been selected to lead the way in South Korea's journey to blockchain-based driver's licenses. On June 24th, the Korean tech colossus announced that it has been chosen as the final operator of the mobile driver's license service development project, commissioned by the Ministry of the Interior and Safety and Korea Minting, Security Printing, and ID Card Operating Corporation. This project looks to spread the use of digital ID cards, tightening the country's embrace of tech-based solutions. Rayon has developed an identity system that transitions driver's licenses onto the blockchain in a move that could prove a lasting solution to identity-related hindrances in the use of blockchain services. The viability of Rayon Secure's project has been established with the mobile ID card service for government officials being rolled out last year. The introduction of the digital driver's license will prove a more secure environment for citizens' data, while the owners also have greater control over their information. Furthermore, the digital licenses and ID cards also have the same utility as the current plastic IDs and form part of the two-way identification program comprising physical and digital identification methods. The Van City Outbreak team has some news to share. To reward our loyal collectors, the Van City team will create a series of blending opportunities to turn Van City Outbreak collectibles into some marvelous standalone artworks. Since the Van City Outbreak graphic novel is based on on-location photography featuring real actors, the restrictions due to COVID-19 has made it impossible for the team to continue with their work. However, this by no means stopped Reed Lucier, the artist behind Van City Outbreak, from following his creative passion. Making the best of unfortunate events, he took the circumstances as an opportunity to focus on artworks and compositions built on Unreal Engine, popular 3D creation software. Using the new set of tools, he created a series of standalone images that will soon be available on the upcoming .gems marketplace. The first batch will be only available via blending Van City Outbreak NFTs using the brand new Blend.gems smart contract. A detailed list of NFT blending recipes will be shared next week. Stay tuned. In other Wax NFT news, this Sunday will be the official launch of Season 1 of the Virtual Reality Graffiti Battles League. At the beginning of each season, the Street.gems team will reveal the prompt of the season, a topic which competing artists are given to produce related artworks. Following this launch day, artists will have 2 weeks to get their creative juices flowing, submit their pieces, and, if they're good enough, qualify for the VRGB playoffs on July 31st. On launch day, early supporters that participated in the Season 0 voting will also receive their voter award and get an exclusive preview of NFTs featured in the first VRGB pack sale scheduled for July 25th. Stay tuned to the end of this episode for a banging teaser video to get an idea of what to expect. The VR Graffiti Battle takes place in CryptoVoxels, on the same parcel where the EOS Hot Sauce Afterparty is being hosted. The season launch is also a great opportunity to meet VR graffiti veterans, ask questions, get familiar with Street.gem's strategic vision, and the concept of painting in VR. And in case you haven't had enough Wax NFT news, Cog Slam is the brand new Red Fox game that's been generating a lot of buzz in the Wax NFT and gaming space. As much as you might want to rush to play it, the game is still in beta stage, with trials only available for the single-player mode. The team has promised to release more updates consisting of the multiplayer Pro Arena, where you can play directly against other players. Single-player Playground is divided into the solo mode, where you can play by yourself, and the versus boss mode, where you can challenge one of the 5 bosses, throwing in some variety for players currently enjoying the beta. To play, each user needs a stack of 40 cogs called the Cogtainer, and a slammer. The goal is to overturn your stack by aiming at the Cogtainer with a slammer and slamming hard. In the versus mode, the player takes turns slamming his own Cogtainer versus one of the 5 bosses slamming theirs too, with triumphant players unlocking the defeated boss's slammer. Points earned in-game, called caps, can be used to buy packs, which you can then use to design your cogtainers, with another in-game currency called coins available as well. A cogtainer of 40 random cogs is already available for you if you've not yet designed a personalized one. Wrapping things up now in the world of Ultra. Ultra's co-CEOs David Hansen and Nicholas Guillot shed some light on critical issues about the Ultra mainnet in an illuminating question and answer session. This session included some insights on how challenging it has been spearheading one of the fastest growing blockchain platforms, as well as why some things are the way they are. David explained how one of the most difficult processes in the journey was actually growing the Ultra team, while Nicholas also quipped that the most difficult step was planning ahead, as Ultra idea was entirely novel. However, it was unanimously agreed that the hardest part of the project was the launch itself, and although a tremendous amount of work is still left to be done, the only way from there is up. Furthermore, David and Nicholas explained that the reason the mainnet remains inaccessible, despite the launch, is because it has not yet been hooked up to the Ultra Games platform yet. But it is already possible to transfer tokens, and developers can also use Ultra tools to build apps and other programs. On the issue of when the platform would become fully accessible to the public, the CEO highlighted the three-wave beta structure that gradually onboards a number of users to test the mainnet's features and make recommendations to the team to fine-tune its services. It was also revealed that Wave 1 already began way back in December 2020, and massive improvements have since followed. Access to the Ultra wallet will be granted later in July after the launch of the wallet-only client. Wave 2 and Wave 3 will follow, and then open beta will be open to everyone. On the question of AAA partnerships potentially being in the bag, Nicholas also explained that Ultra has 150 plus AAA, AA, and indie developers onboarded and ready to upload their games on the platform. He also revealed that positive discussions are ongoing with big gaming brands to come to Ultra as well. Games will start being uploaded and playable for users once the Ultra Games platform is transitioned to the mainnet. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.
Cheap shit. For every other DJ, they was bound to skip. Meanwhile, now for every new dawn I caught, my MC style developed at the speed of thought. So hip hop was the vessel that could reach my heart. Space and time made today's sun, tomorrow's star. The best part.
Yo, yo, yo. Hello, everyone.
Yo, yo, yo.
I make it happen on the mic. New names for the kids.
Thanks for joining the Hot Sauce After Party. Make sure to claim your spicy rare. I really, really look forward to have a special guest later on here tonight. We just had the pleasure to see this banging video of the virtual graffiti battle, and we'll learn a little bit more about this later on. So for now, make sure to claim your spicy rare whitelist, whitelist behind the bar. And also get yourself some pomelo supplies to farm some pomelos. Those you don't need to be whitelisted. You just can buy them for 0.825 US.
And you don't stop. And yo, east to west, I'm a contender with the best. And more or less, you're a pretender, just confess. Sell your mic and buy your bike because you're
And since this is a party, feel free to join us in our Discord so we can chat together about all things US. What were your favorite topics in the hot sauce? What did you like? Is there anything, any questions that you had? That's what this is all about. Let's have a party.
Dropping 2,000. Dig the way this go down. Check it. I hit a flow all dipped in low. Sit back and sip mo as I count my dough. Grand Pooba Maxwell, Doogie, coming with the New York. We keep it real like jail when we might talk. Honeys know cause when I'm in a set, Grand Pooba is the one who makes they stink box wet. So let me tell you something, lady, when your flow is floating, it's all cream and baby. I made this one for the brothers in the party to find a hearty and dance body to body. Step one, first you grab honey by the waist. Step two, then you move out of ghetto face. Step three,
hello everybody here. Let's show some hands for today's party and our special guest. Jana, are you ready to come on stage and tell us a little bit about virtual graffiti battles?
Yeah, I'm ready. I need to find my avatar and come up to stage.
The virtual graffiti battles gonna take place here on the same parcel tomorrow. As you can see, the decoration is already pretty much graffiti based. We are on a little rooftop, and it's actually a project that me and Jana were working on for the last weeks actually, and it's been really exciting. We met a lot of artists, really special artists, actually. But for now, I want to take the position of everyone who has no clue about virtual graffiti, graffiti in VR. So when was the first time you found out about this, and how did you get in touch with graffiti VR graffiti? When was it?
Oh, Martin, I think I got in touch with VR in 2018, and people already started painting and painting in 3D, and it was kind of a complete different experience. And as I'm really involved into the hip-hop scene since 90s, I found this jam, this graffiti simulator, and saw how many artists are doing crazy digital graffiti, and so for around 3 years now.
And how does it work? Is it in any way similar to going out at night or going in the daytime to a legal Hall of Fame spraying, or is it a completely different experience?
No, it feels almost the same. What you don't have is the nature surrounding you. You don't have a can in your hand. You have a controller in your hand, and the controller is kind of like when you're using airbrush or spray cans and you press press the cap, and on depending how much pressure you want, you can work with it, and you got drips in the game. So if you're not taking your lines accurate, it will drip, and it is really awesome for people who are into graffiti and want to translate that into digital. It's to have kind of the feeling for controller, but until from this point, it's it feels like painting on a wall.
Okay, but I mean, like, since it's all digital, you must have like you have a lot of materials, so you can do completely different things, like spraying in VR with digital materials. So are the works of the artists similar to what they would do in real life? They also have like an abundance of time. Do you see any changes in the works that VR graffiti artists produce, or is it similar to how we know graffiti?
Yeah, it's really similar how you know graffiti. The workflow and the pipeline is absolutely the same. You have to build up your picture the same. You don't have really unlimited undo. If you're in single player mode, you can do some undo. So when you're in the multiplayer mode, you don't have undo like it's in real life, and the developers really cared for not making it too arcade or fancy. It's many people say it's not a game, it's a simulator, and I think it's really is.
Okay, and these artists, like, have they been, since they're digital and know their way around like virtual reality and digital media, have they been in touch with NFTs already, or did they introduce something completely new, developing this concept?
Yeah, it was kind of a coincidence when I reached out to a Facebook VR graffiti group. There are kind of 500 people, and when they reached 500, 2 days later, I reached out to them and they said, "Hey, Jana, what a wonderful idea! We just celebrated our 500th member, and now you're coming and explaining me NFT, and we already thought about something we have to do." They don't have experience with NFTs, but they heard of NFTs, and I've seen some VR artists who already dropped NFTs, but it wasn't really put on the artwork that it's a VR graffiti. On one marketplace now, one group starts kind of dropping a regular drop with graffitis, and the space is evolving into NFT. It's a one fit. If you think you do graffitis outside, it's kind of strange or difficult to make an NFT out of it, because the photograph is kind of another artwork by the photographer, or it's a capturing of the original. So
yeah, I'm excited to. I mean, I know already some of the artists, and we will put each season will have a drop. We will document basically this ongoing competition and battle in NFT packs. So that's kind of the concept. The concept in hip hop culture in general is a lot about battling, and it's very competitive, and but there are multiple disciplines in hip hop culture. Are you planning to integrate further disciplines of hip hop culture into the Street Gems concept? Are in the VR graffiti battles already some collaborations planned?
Yeah, absolutely. So we already can be happy to have on board for tomorrow's season launch the Cypher Media Crew. They are doing regular Cypher freestyle sessions, and they mint NFTs out of the freestyles and rap combo, and they're using a flow bot who plays beats on command. And we have several other partners we cannot really talk about at the moment, because I think we are still trying it out. But in case of hip hop, in case of all the different sports of hip hop and sides of hip hop, there's more on VR and the metaverses. As you have seen in the video, there are breakers. There's an international dance association who do global dance battles, and it's kind of the same situation that graffiti in VR isn't better than the traditional. But if you think of a global scale, or if you maybe have any issues going outside, or like in the pandemic, you can still have kind of contact around the globe. And same with the dance battles is awesome to have.
Okay. I'm basically done with my questions for you today. Anyone that wants to join and have further questions, please come into our Discord. It's linked at the right side and also under the YouTube where you just came from. The right side you see our Discord, the Discord logo. Just click on it and you will come into the Hot Sauce Live voice chat. And there we have Stefan already. Hey Stefan.
Before we change the topic, I would like to announce it again. So with the graffiti battles, we do seasons. So we have planned for 4 seasons per year. The next season will start tomorrow. So we have an event at 8 p.m. UTC. And as said, the Cypher community will join us and do freestyle battles. And we will talk about the VRG battles, and we will talk about the last battles, what we experienced, and we will announce the actual season prompt. So which graffiti style, topic, theme the artists have to paint in the next season. And on the 25th, we are dropping season 0's NFTs. Tag sale. So join us tomorrow 8 p.m.
Yeah, I just found out that nobody on CryptoVoxels can hear us, which is very unfortunate. So this was just for all our Twitch users. But for the next topic, I hope we can get some audio on the Pixel. There was one other big news today, or a big event for us to happen in the EOS community, which is the Eden trial elections, and the current EOS Satoshi, as we call him, Chris Barnes, has a little message for us to play, and hopefully we can hear it on the parcel in a bit. The project is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, hey yo.
Hello there. It is with a heavy heart that I announce the resignation of the Satoshi. Of Eden on EOS, which really isn't the Satoshi that we're all used to from Bitcoin, but in fact was the title given to the winner of the Eden political playoff system on EOS. My name is Chris Barnes, and I happened to win the very first trial election of this process, which is a revolutionary method that a group of individuals or a community can come together, reach consensus, and select representatives or leaders. The first trial election took place back in May, and like I said, I was the lucky winner of that election. The next election is about to take place tomorrow on Saturday, July 17th at 1700 UTC, and is basically an open event to anyone in the EOS community To join, there's no fee, and at the end, this time, there'll be a prize of 2,000 EOS for the winner and another 500 plus EOS to be distributed amongst other individuals who make their way up the political rankings. The title for the winner will be changed from Satoshi to something else, hence the retirement of the title. Well, who am I? Well, I'm just a random dude who really loves EOS and has been here since the beginning for 3 years, through the ups and the downs, but still believe that there's a future, a very bright future, in fact, for EOS. Dan Larimer, as we all know, is the mastermind behind the EOS.io architecture, and he, in fact, has written a new book called More Equal Animals. And in that book, he outlines the political playoff system called Eden. It really is a revolutionary system. It's a method by which a community or group of individuals can come together and select leaders, which is entirely unlike any form of democracy this world has ever seen. The power of Eden on EOS is really yet to be determined, but as I can tell, it's an opportunity for the community, the EOS community, the true believers, to come together, align our voices, and reach maximum power to grow the EOS ecosystem, and hopefully the price follows. My hopes for the next election, which is taking place tomorrow, July 17th, is that individuals similar to myself rise to the top and who are very passionate about EOS, the EOS community, and growing the EOS ecosystem. EOS to me is an absolute sleeping giant in the cryptocurrency space. It's not propped up based on hype and influencers and catchy tweets. It is instead standing on a beautiful architecture and the ability to actually deliver real-world utility. With the recent announcement of Block One's bullish global cryptocurrency trading platform, we can see the true power of the EOS.io software coming to fruition. And not only is Bullish Global going to just use EOS.io, but it's actually going to leverage the EOS mainnet itself. Between this and Eden on EOS, we can see that the future is very bright indeed for EOS. We have institutional investors potentially coming into the EOS.io space through Bullish Global, and we have Eden on EOS aggregating the EOS community like never before to align our voices to be the most powerful voice in the cryptocurrency space that we've ever seen. The community is in fact what defines a cryptocurrency. And if we can collect ourselves and unify both East and West, North and South, a global community, if that can be formed, EOS can absolutely take the cryptocurrency market by storm. I hope you can join me in my mission to unify the global EOS community, to truly show what we're made of and show what EOS can do. Go EOS.
We do have some really great weather with us today. And
So, thanks for joining this week. I heard from some people in the audience that we were a little bit too quiet in the interview. We will improve this next week. We still learn. What we're doing here is pretty much haven't been done before, streaming through Discord, streaming through Twitch onto the metaverse. So please be patient with us. Again, once more, please join us for the discussions here. Just join our Twitter so we can maybe go into some details of the hot sauce, hear your opinions, or answer some questions. As you just heard, today we will have the Eden trial election, so we will going to prepare and head out there. Potentially we will next week share some of the results in the hot sauce, and maybe stream some of the Zoom recordings here when they're made public. We will stay in the audio chat for another 5 to 10 minutes, so feel free to join and ask any questions. If not, Jana will play some music in the background so we can share. And make sure to get yourself some pomelo seeds and pomelo soil, because we'll have plans for that. And if you haven't gotten your spicy rare, you should get one too. It's free.